Hello there, my crypto big brothers and sisters. This here is Bulldog Rod, and over here is Papa Ron. I got it right.
Good job, Rod.
Yeah, I'm doing better. My, hey, we're going to be having on a special fella tonight, right, Ron?
Yeah, after we get done with this video, we're going to interview one of the founders.
Ooh, that would be nice. Yeah, that'll be good.
Sandy Budiman out of Indonesia.
Yeah, he's sure a nice guy. Seems like. I sure like his Fras-Coin.
Yeah, the whole project. Let's get started on this, huh?
Yeah, let's do. This thing is awesome.
Well, folks, we're and I hate to keep repeating things. Sometimes I feel like I do, but maybe there's new people and they haven't heard this. But Rod and I don't do a lot of ICO reviews, and there's reasons why. And we've bought into ICOs and we've made good money on ICOs. But as far as the reviews, we kind of look at it as you get a group of people and they have a great idea, and we're not saying the ideas aren't good, but they go ahead and they write some code. They get it started on some code, writing up this platform and project, and then they devise
their ideas. They try to get the money for their ideas so they can make the project.
Right. They develop a website and they go on with a roadmap, and then they a white paper, and then they go to an ICO. And we, as people with cryptocurrencies, seem to flock into these ICOs and give them all these Ethereums and Bitcoins to start their project, like Rod said. But most of them have disclaimers that there's no accountability there, and if the thing goes belly up, hey, that's tough. So
it's a risk.
It is a risk, but it's a risk for us, not for them.
Yeah.
They've put some time into it, but so we kind of wish that people would develop, or these ICOs develop, like a trust fund, some kind of an escrow account to where all these crypto funds go into, and as they perform in their project, some of these are released to support them. That way, if they end up not fulfilling their obligation, the people that invested in these projects get some of their funds back.
Yeah. And guess what, Ron? I think we found one that did that. Wow.
You're exactly right. When we came across this, there is transparency, accountability, all the way through. It's called Fras-Coin. They're kind of a subsidiary. They're kind of a subsidiary of Franzindo. That's the parent company. And what they are is they're a taxi provider service in Indonesia. So let us just start by telling you what this company is. And they're already in business. And I'm going to give you a little background on Indonesia and how they work the taxi service. What it is and they have some major players over there. Uber's over there. And there's two other big ones. Rod, I forgot the names of them already. Carb, and we'll see them once we get into this. But being where they're not home companies of Indonesia, the government allows them only to do certain things. And the things they can do is provide a taxi application on phone or the computer, but they don't let these companies like Uber provide any of the cars, any of the drivers, any of the licensing, or any of that. So Uber, for them to function in Indonesia, they need to subcontract or partner up with companies like Fras-Coin. And Fras-Coin is the one that provides the car. They interview and provide the drivers. They carry all the licensing and the documents for the government. And the government sets the wages and the fees. And so they partner up with these big, massive companies to provide this taxi service. That's where Fras-Coin is, and that's how they're operating now. The problem is that they're underfunded as far as expansion. and they decided to put this on blockchain, and they've partnered up with Stellar Lumens and Ardor NXT, and they're using those blockchains to further this project. So things will be not only transparent as far as the blockchain itself and all the contracts and all, but it'll move them into the 21st century, just like blockchain is doing with so many companies. Yeah. So they decided to start this ICO to gather funds to purchase more cars. They need more office space, and they're expanding from Indonesia into Asia and some of these other countries, like Malaysia and, I don't know, the Philippines is over there, I think, and there's other ones. Now, I'm going to get called on that, I know, if I'm wrong. So NXT, and here's what's cool about this. Rod, I'm going to put this NXT Foundation. They're one of the... they're out of the Netherlands, and they're working with Fras-Coin now. They've already partnered up. And what's cool about this is the NXT Foundation is going to hold most of the assets of Fras-Coin. So as the Fras-Coin goes out with your ICO funds and they purchase cars or purchase real estate, the titles to all that and documents will be held by NXT. So think about that. They can't just run off with the goods. If this company goes belly up in the future, NXT within their contract is stated that they're going to liquidate these vehicles and real estate. And I don't know what the portion is, but some of these funds will go back to those people that bought into Fras-Coin. So it's actually kind of a guaranteeing your position with hard assets.
Yes.
It's kind of cool, huh, Rod?
It is. It's kind of like what you said at the very beginning. It's that what is it when you put your money into something, you get it back? Oh, shit.
When you put your money in, kind of a guarantee?
Yeah, it's a guarantee, but you said it was a... Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry.
I had a geezer moment.
Geezer moment. 1 of 50 today.
Yeah.
So, folks, we want to go through a few things about this company, and just from the onset, let us tell you, we are so impressed with this company, and we're not trying to hype this up so you all jump into it. There's none of that. All we're doing is presenting the facts as we see them. We got pretty excited about what they're doing.
Telling you where to get the facts so you can make your own judgment.
Yeah, you got to do some research too, but. A lot of people think we start talking ICO that we're just trying to pump it and all this, and that's not the case at all. We kind of are excited about it. We reached out. We're going to do an interview, or we did an interview already with one of the founders. It's going to be on the tail end of this video we're doing right now. Genuine guy. So anyway, let's move on so we don't keep everybody forever. And folks, really, if you're interested in this project, stick with it to the end so you finally get a feel of this founder and who he is, this Sandy Budeman. And let us show you some fun things about this. Okay, here's their website, Fras-Coin. They're on Bitcoin Talk. If you want to get on there, they're on Telegram. Here's what Fras-Coin is, and basically it's kind of like I said. It's a coin that represents and it provides passive income to those that hold it.
That's what's interesting to me now. It's the Fras income. I mean the passive income from Fras-Coin. But passive income has always been. I think everybody understands that because you can pass it down to your family, and it just goes on from generation to generation. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I think for me it's going to be good.
So what they do is they provide this taxi service. They're going to take a percentage of the proceeds, and a percentage goes to those that hold Fras coins. So you're going to get on and register your coins and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I hold this many coins. And as those percentages come down, they might pay out only once every quarter. You'll get your portion if registered. So that's kind of cool. And then what they're also doing with a percentage of these tokens also is they're supplying funds for other projects. So it's a community-based project. So let's say you have an ICO coming up or a project. You can contact the people of Fras-Coin, present your project to them, and they will present it to the community to be voted on. And if the people vote that this is a viable project, they will help write the code, fund it, put the ICO together, collect. Now catch this, when they sell their coins or tokens, 10% of those will go to those people that own Fras-Coins.
Fras-Coin. Oh, that's awesome.
It's a sweet deal. So the parent company, and what they call these other little projects, they call them child projects that come off the parent company. And as those progress, you'll get income and part of those also. They're paying it down or paying it forward. It's really cool. So let's move on, because this is going to turn into an hour thing, I got a feel. The crowd sale on this starts February 1st. And I think for one Ethereum, you're going to get 12,250 Fras-Coins. And with a Bitcoin, you're getting infinity amount, especially the price right today. So they have a couple announcements where they're pre-selling, I think, right now. But anyway, folks, if you go to participate in the crowd sale and click this, I don't want to get sidetracked too much, but let me tell you real quick. Rod and I have been trying to get registered on this thing, and they're still lacking a little bit of code on this, so we weren't able to register yet. So if you're trying to get on and do this, just wait till the 15th of this month, and they said everything should be cleared up by then. So we wanted to make that announcement for sure.
Yep.
Let's go back to this. Here's some of the people that they're involved with. And here's another cool thing, Rod. Talk about transparency. Oh, all these taxis are going to be at an app that's available to you on your cell phone. So if you're part of Fras-Coin, you can get on your cell phone on the app and see the GPS coordinates of a certain car. You can turn on the camera and see where the car is headed live. Yeah. And then in the future, you'll even be able to see who the driver is and all that.
Driver and the passenger. And not only that, you'll be able to see what's going on in the office of Fras-Coin. So it's going to keep everybody under check. They're trying to make this thing all transparent.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It really is. It really is. Folks, we could go on with this website, but we're getting over our heads on time, and I want to move on to their white paper. Yeah. Their white paper is 70 some odd pages long, and most of you people are going to shake your head and say, "You have got to be kidding me." And, well, let me show you something else, because Rod and I came across their roadmap, and you know what most roadmaps are. They're kind of like based on this quarter in 2016, 2017, and so on. Here's a glimpse of their roadmap. Yeah, baby. This ain't nothing you're just...
They show everywhere they're going.
Yeah. But honestly, if you sit down and follow this a little bit, it makes sense. I'm not going to get tied up into this. They do have the quarter thing also within their white paper. But I want to go and show you a couple cool things on our white paper. And even though it's 75 pages long, this goes over everything. It goes over what the government requires. It shows some of the documentation and how they're complying with all that. They're already registered with the government. They're already set up. Fras-Coin is already renting or using cars in their partners with Uber. And we're going to see who these other companies are right now. And I might zip through this real quick. Don't be offended. I just want to get to some of the highlights. Real assets, real company, real projects, real benefits. Now here's something that's really cool. Here's the problems that they feel are warranted for them to discuss in a regular ICO. And this is what they say that they see in a regular ICO. So what they do is they go through, they take each of these problems, and here's their solution to it. And if you read through these, it's actually pretty cool. I haven't read all 75 pages, but I have read a good amount of them. So that is very cool. And then it goes into the content. Rod, you stop me if you need me to stop anywhere.
Okay. What? Okay.
Right here's where I want to head first. Here's the other companies. There's Uber, they're partnered with, GoCar, and Grab. And there's even a couple other ones in Indonesia. This white paper I'll show you also talks about the population, I think, in their capital city, which is called what, Rod? Do you know?
Singapore?
No, wrong country, I think.
Oh, okay, okay.
Anyway, it's like 10 million people within this city, and another 2.5 million on the suburbs, the outskirts.
You know, I will say something about this. You know, we think that here in the United States, we do anyway, that cab companies aren't that big a deal, especially out here in the West. They may be a little better in the eastern part of the United States, but you know, in Indonesia, nobody can afford a car, so public transportation and also private is cars. I mean, taxis is the only thing they got to go around in. So it's a big industry there.
Yeah, there are people that do own cars, but you're right. The majority is just easier to take a cab somewhere.
Yeah,
they're reasonably priced and so on.
And that's the reason why Uber and there's other companies are trying to get in there, because it's so big. But it's hard to, and like Ron said, it's easier for them to go through Fras to partner up and be
a local company.
Yeah,
you bet. Okay, here they talk about the blockchain a little bit. There's Ador, NXT, some of the blockchains, and how their payments can cross-border blockchain. They're getting that set up. They have a shapeshift set up in their ICO, where if you don't want to pay for Ethereum or Bitcoin, you can come in with Litecoin and shapeshift it over. Here it is right here. Jakarta. Jakarta is their capital. And this is where they're going to be centered in. Now you see, even though there's 75 pages, you can see it's kind of it's a fun read because there's so many pictures and interesting things. Here's some of the problems discussion again. Robert, I know I'm zipping through this and that drives you nuts.
It don't bother me tonight.
Okay.
Because it's exciting.
Our solutions and approach. And here's, they actually started with a mining company. They have 4 warehouses that are mining. We're mining Bitcoin. And they've got this tied up now with Stellar and stuff. Like I say, they go through the history very well. This thing is really put together good. There was something else I wanted to... Here's still, I think... All right, Indonesia's these light green ones, and they want to expand into some of these other countries. And depending on how much money the ICO takes in, and they have long-term goals. This is going to be a viable thing, I think. And it's already being used. Here's where they...
That's the main thing, is it is already in practice. You know? It's not something they dreamed up, and then they want the money, and then they're going to figure out how to get it to work. It's already working.
Right. And once they distribute these Fras coins, I mean, I could see within a couple months after that, they're already going to tell you you're going to get a percentage this next quarter. I mean, it's something that you can get money on soon. And they're going to get the coins on exchanges, so they will be tradable if you guys want to bail out of them at some time. Here they're talking about the top 10 countries with the highest population. Indonesia is number 4. And of course they go...
If I could inject something here, you talked about buying them and bailing out. Well, the good thing about Fras-Coin is it is a coin to hold because you keep making money on it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ron. It does encourage you. If you're making a quarterly payment on there, and then they have all these other projects come in where you're going to get
money on
coins and tokens. Yeah. Very good.
And we've been talking for a long time, Ron, about coins actually doing something. This coin is doing something now before it even gets on the market cap. So I think it's going to be a great thing. That's pretty personal.
I agree. And folks, we know it sounds like we're trying to ump everybody up onto this thing. Rod and I are going to get some of these, whether you do or not. We just thought it was worthwhile to present this. It's a good project, and you can get in it on the early stages. And anyway, you can get in it as less, I think, 1/10 of an Ethereum, which buys you what, 1,200 coins. Anyway, and then they have, I didn't mention also, they have another dividend. Did I mention, Rod, the car coin?
No,
Once you get 20,000 Fras coins, you're going to get 2 car coins. And these car coins allow you, if you're ever in Indonesia or Asia, wherever they have their company expanded to, you can get, I think, 10 days of car rental with that. You can use it at, I believe, restaurants, tour guides. They'll pick you up at the airport. I mean, so these car coins are another dividend that are worth something that they're going to pass on to you also. Folks, if you're interested in this, we're going to put the links in the description box for these the roadmap, the white paper, and the website. Take some time and read through this. It's been a fun experience, and that's about all I got to say, Rod. So we don't keep it forever.
We got Mr. Booty coming up next, right?
Yes, he's going to be interviewed right after we shut this down. That's worth staying on. Did we cover everything we wanted to, Rod?
I believe we covered just about everything, and if we didn't, it's covered on the other with Mr. Booty, him explaining it.
Perfect. And go check out these links. It's worth the roadmap is really cool. I mean, the white paper. Yeah. So, all right, folks. Thanks.
Check it all out. Do your due diligence, and be sure to give us a thumbs up. And God bless. It's just this here's Papa Ron, and I mean, the whole talk. There I go again. Yeah, I'm losing it, I tell you. Anyway, we've been talking, and so Papa Ron's right over there. You can see him. And today we're going to be talking about Fras-Coin. That is a upcoming phenomenal to me. It's been really, really good. Anyway, the white paper's awesome. It's a news ICO. It's going to be released on January the 15th of this year. And if you don't get into it, you're going to be sorry you didn't.
Folks, we've got Sandy Budeman with us. He's the one of the co-developers, owners, and CEOs of Fras-Coin. We welcome him. We've kind of reached out, and like I said, just prior to this, we kind of told you about how Rod and I feel about ICOs. And so, as Rod and I find these ones that are interesting and the platforms make sense, we kind of want to talk to somebody. We have questions. So Sandy was kind enough to come on with us.
He was.
We appreciate you being here, Sandy Budeman.
Yeah, the honor is mine. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, listen, we kind of did an update just prior to you coming on with us. Not an update, but kind of a review of your project and platform, and kind of told everybody what it's about. And now we just want to get down to some of the questions to clarify our understanding of this and to kind of get a feel of who you are. And so kind of tell us how all this Fras-Coin started.
Yeah. Fras-Coin started, actually, I must go back to the 2014. The Fras-Indo itself, the first time in touch with cryptocurrency is we are as a mining company, actually, but we are not releasing to public. We have like 7 Bitcoin mining farm. It's small. Then we think that all the other altcoins is have a bright future. In the future, there will be a tokenized economy, and all will be decentralized. So why not start now with our own coins, with the great concept? It's because if we are not doing it, someone else will do it.
That's right.
That's right. And when they do, we lose our opportunities.
Yes.
So this is the time right now.
It is.
Perfect. Now, Fras-Coin is a subsidiary company of a parent company. Now, as we mentioned in our video, the parent company is already in business. It's providing service in the taxi industry in Indonesia, and then you're going to expand some into Asia. So what is the relationship then between Fras-Coin and the parent company? Is the parent company Frasindo?
Yeah, correct. The Fras-Coin, I will say this on behalf of the previous talk. You can act like the Fras-Coin is the representative of Frasindo. However, it's not at the same time. It's because that by this the Frasindo itself someday will doing the IPO someday.
Okay.
Okay. The Fras-Coin will focusing on the taxi online market. So I will tell about Uber, Grab, and GoCar for a moment. Uber, Grab, and GoCar is the three largest taxi online provider in Indonesia. So Uber, I don't know where it's from, but Grab is from Malaysia, while GoCar is a unicorn company. It's a startup, but it's very big, unicorn, and it's from Indonesia. They are the first time they come, they are all illegal. The government struggling to catch them all, to catch all the drivers, but it's failed. It's failed. It's because similar to Bitcoin, it's some kind of like decentralized. They don't even know. They don't even know where the Uber is. So, the government, I think the government very angry. So in order to before they're going to ban like Uber, Grab, and GoCar, they call all of them coming to government office. So they said, what do you want to do with all these application provider? If you want to be taxi company, you have to create the company in Indonesia. Like legalize. They must have like they must fulfill all the regulation, paperwork, and something else, including they must have their own armada. So they reject it. So the government said, okay, so what do you want? They choose to be an application provider. Therefore, they are being legalized in Indonesia, already legalized. Uber, Grab, and GoCar already legalized. So therefore, they are not allowed to recruit driver. They are not allowed to give the pricing. So the pricing is set by the government. They also not allowed to have their own armada. So if they want to operate, they have to in cooperation with company like us.
Okay, so Sandy, let me make sure we understand this then. We kind of reviewed this a little bit, but what you're saying is like Uber, if Uber comes to Indonesia, they can't just open a taxi company because they are not part of Indonesia's, they're not business there. So
they're not.
Uber would start a taxi app that people can arrange taxi service, but the cars and the drivers have to come from people like Frasindo, Fras-Coin. So you partner up with Uber to provide this service.
Yes.
So Uber has an app and they're well known and all that, but your company, Fras-Coin, will seek out to get drivers and cars to provide the service. And you're already in business now, right?
Already in business.
So the main thrust, I guess, for this ICO is that you're trying to expand into more cars, more drivers, because I guess in Indonesia the population it's so condensed that people would rather take a taxi than own a car. A lot of them.
Correct. People love taxi online. It's because it's cheap. It's easy.
Okay. So you just need more cars, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, the car is not the it's true that with more cash we could generating more incomes. More incomes meaning we could producing more incomes to the asset holder. I mean Fras-Coin. But with part of that income, that income is regular. The regular income could be spent to other project. The child project which will generating more income again.
Perfect.
So the taxi service is the financial part to do other projects.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay.
Correct. It's better than burning the supporters funding, right?
The super what?
It's better doing this way than burning the investor funding.
Sure. Oh yeah. I see what you mean. Sure.
We have sustainable part in this work.
That's right.
And with this, you're kind of taking a percentage of these profits from the taxi business and giving back to those that own Fras-Coin.
Yeah, correct.
A certain percentage, and it's probably not huge. What did I see, 8-10% or something?
No, actually, they're going to get like 80% and decreasing until like 65%. So we as the management means the worker and some others will get like the default is 35%.
Okay. And that'll give you enough to keep the operation sustainable and progressing.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. So if somebody buys into Fras-Coins, and I know we're getting a little off topic here, but if somebody buys Fras-Coins and puts them in their wallet and then a year down the road sells them, I mean, you're going to have to keep track of who has those coins to pay those percentages, that passive income out to.
Correct. If they want the passive income, they have to register at the frasindo.com websites. If they are not registering, we are going to pass the regular income to the rest. And
yeah, whatever the balance is, you'll split up to who's registered.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
And another, sure not dumb in the market.
What was that, Rod? Say that again, Sandy.
This is to make sure no dumb. I mean that some people don't like pump and dump in the market.
Oh yeah.
So this is to prevent no dump in the market. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Keep them from pumping and dumping. Yeah. That's good.
Now you're also providing a dividend called a car coin. Kind of tell us what that car coin does.
The car coin is the loyalty points, as I said before. The car coin can be used as a voucher, like for free car usage. If you come to Indonesia, you have to redeem the car coin at the website. Set the schedule. We will send a driver. That is your driver. The company is yours actually. That is your driver. They will pick it up. You can use it for like 8 hours because the working time is 8 hours. After that, you can use the car, but you drove it yourself. The driver will only work for 8 hours. So, car coin can also be used for like tour guide, tour vacation, or something like that. Free food, free lodge. We will provide all this.
And right now, you'll just be able to use those in Indonesia at this point.
At this point, correct.
As you expand into other markets. So folks, just so you understand, Fras-Coin is different than car coin. And we've explained in our video pretty much how you get the car coin in there. Sandy, what I'd like to do is go back, since we might not have explained this correctly, and talk about the blockchains that your project is going to be on. One is Stellar Lumens, and the other is ARDOR, ARDOR, NXT. Oh, there it is, right there.
There it is.
Very cool.
Yeah, you got her.
Now, here's what's cool about this is NXT. Ardor. There we go, baby. Yeah, very nice. NXT or Ardor is in the Netherlands.
Yeah, correct.
And they are going to hold all the company's assets.
Actually, we cannot send all, but we can send most of it to the NXT Foundation. Currently, they already hold some of it. The asset certificates, meaning the certificates of car ownership.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So
meaning,
and this
we cannot sell the car without it.
And this is perfect because just like we talked before, Rod and I, we're not big ICO guys. And so many of them, they come up with this brilliant idea. They write a few lines of code, and then they do a white paper and a roadmap. They put an ICO together, and everybody throws millions of dollars at these guys, and there's no accountability. So we've kind of been downturned on that. But folks, now pay attention to what he's saying here, because what he's saying is that Fras-Coin is not going to hold all the assets. NXT is going to hold the titles to the cars. If you own real property, let's say an office building, Fras-Coin's going to, or NXT is going to be involved with that. So this way they are accountable. And if they go belly up, those assets will be sold, and some of those funds will be returned to Fras-Coin holders. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's kind of a guarantee, isn't it?
But in order to do that, the NXT Foundation must return the asset certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the ICO, now we've talked about this too in our previous video, but the ICO's it's going right now. Is that correct?
The ICO is going, starting at 1st February until 1st April.
Do you have a pre-ICO going now?
No.
No, okay. My mistake then.
But the initial investor, yes. For initial investor, yes. Since the company is already running, we already have like 8 cars. You can see at the frasindo.com/GPS. The car is already running. You can track it until 1 month behind, where it stops, where it's go, where it's pick up passenger, and something else. You can track all.
Now check that out, folks. You talk about transparency in a company. You can get on there with your cell phone and look in and check the GPS coordinates, and you can even turn the camera on and see what's going on or where the vehicle is headed.
Yeah, correct. In the future, you can see who's inside the car, who's driving it.
Yeah, that is transparency.
You can even see the activities in the office, is because in the future all the office corner will be equipped with cameras. This is some kind of like what is called reality show.
Yeah,
reality show.
Yeah.
Well, perfect, Sandy. People that invest in these ICOs, there's 2 main things they want to know about. One is how much they're going to get for their money. And in this case, you're using Ethereum. It's actually an ERC20 token, which means folks can store these on my Ether wallet, can they?
Yeah,
or you can store it on Ardor. They have a wallet, or Stellar Lumens at this point.
They can store. They can at this point. We are still working for the Ethereum, but it is already available for Ardor and Stellar.
Okay, so people want to know how many they're going to get for their Ethereum. Explain that to us, and then they're going to want to know how are those tokens or coins going to increase in value.
We can't really predict the value of the coins, but I'm pretty sure of it with the income from the child projects such as MyStellar. MyStellar in quarterly will producing like 100,000 stellar lumens. That is confirmed. You can check it to the Stellar.com Foundation.
Okay, Sandy, stop right there. I want to clarify. And no offense to you, I just want to make sure that we're catching what you're saying. So what you're saying is there's a parent company, Fras-Coin, and then you're going to have these you call them child projects.
child projects, a lot of it.
And within these projects, they'll be funded by Fras-Coin.
Correct.
And then 10% of those coins in these child projects will also go to the Fras-Coin holders.
Correct. Include all the 10% of the coins if they are doing the ICO.
Okay.
Releasing their own tokens.
So go ahead then. So you're kind of trying to help us realize how they're going to increase in value. So is it through these child projects?
Yeah, through these all child projects. Also through the dividends shared from the income from the taxi online. I mean, like supplying the cars. The car is working. The car producing
income.
Daily incomes.
Yeah.
The daily incomes will be converted to fiat. Split it to the spending and anything. The rest will be go back to the Fras-Coin holder.
Perfect.
Okay. That is good.
Tell us this then too. A lot of these ICOs, they don't allow U.S. citizens to participate in the ICO.
Yeah, correct.
And I understand it, but when we register on the website, when it's ready, around the 15th of this month, we'll still be able to register and buy coins if we want to. Is that correct?
Correct. I'm not going to accept U.S. citizen, but we won't be responsible if they are using VPS or something like that.
You mean a like Tor, another browser for the So will your software kick out the IP addresses from the U.S.?
No.
No.
Okay. Good. That's good to know.
What else do you want to tell us about your project? What aren't we asking that we should be?
I'm sorry. Think about that.
Is there something else you want to tell us that's exciting about Fras-Coin and the project you're working on?
I have some words, but I forgot where I put it. Actually, if since the Fras-Coin is like community-based project, the community could become the ideas contributor. Anyone can be the ideas contributor, and since the Frasindo team will be growing, I mean the developers, all their ideas we can make it come true. I mean, if someone don't have the like coding abilities, programming abilities, they just provide the ideas, and the communities will vote for it. We will make it come true. We will make come true. We will make the company for them. For them, they are going the project leader, and we will release the token and everything else. But of course, the project will be there.
Sorry, you cut out just a little bit, but what I understand you're saying is that if somebody else wants to start a project or another ICO, they can come to Fras-Coin and you will help them code it and get that project up and running and help distribute the coins and all of it.
Include the legality, office, and everything.
Oh,
now will that
ball of wax?
Yes. Will those projects, these child projects, be voted on by the community?
It must become voted by the community. But we are going to prioritizing the Fras-Coin Frasindo roadmap. But yes, community project.
So you need to get this. You need to get this taxi service up and running first. That's the first priority.
Yeah, correct.
And that's where everybody's going to get their passive income for a lifetime if you own Fras-Coins.
Correct.
Wow. We didn't cover how much basically they're going to get for their Ethereum on Fras-Coins. How many Fras-Coins did they get per Ethereum in the ICO?
One Ethereum consists of 12,252 Fras-Coin.
Quite a bit, 12,250. Very nice.
One BTC, meaning 200,000, 205,935 Fras-Coin, one BTC.
So are you accepting other payment options besides Bitcoin and Ethereum?
No, sir.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we only accept BTC and Ethereum.
So on the 15th, when this starts, no, it starts February 1st.
Yeah, February 1st. I'm sorry, I have to add a little bit. They could contribute with other cryptocurrency. We already provide the tutorial for like swapping the cryptocurrency from Chainly, Shapeshift, and something like that. It's already available at the frasindo.com website.
I think I did see that. So, folks, if you come in with your Litecoin, for example, you can swap it over to Ethereum and then buy your Fras-Coins with it. It's kind of like a shapeshift deal.
Okay.
Yeah, very cool. Well, Sandy, we're excited about your project, and you seem like an honest and straight-up guy. I mean, I don't catch any bad vibes from you or anything, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to meet you, to get a feel of who you are.
If there is a bad vibes or something like that, it's easy. It's because the company itself, the PT Frasindo Lima Mandiri, we already published the company papers, all the documentation, including my identity, all the CEO identity, everything is fully open and transparent at the frasindo.com website. You can check all that.
And not only that, you've got all your government's approval and licensing done.
Yeah. Yeah. We already published it on website. If something wrong, just call the police.
Hey, we got a problem with this Sandy character over there. Well, very good.
I hate scammer also. I also hate scammer. That's why at the front page of the Frasindo, I put the videos like "Go Die Scammer" or something like that. It's because I got scammed a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
And
you guys are truly transparent. I can see that right now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to revolutionizing this.
Yeah.
Starting it.
So you're releasing the ICO, if I understand right?
Yeah, correct, sir.
That'll be in January 15th or February the 1st?
I'm sorry, sir. The pre-announcement already started. The pre-announcement already started from the 1st January until 15 January. The announcement starting at 15 January to 1 February. The crowd sale itself will be open. The crowd sale means everyone can buy. Will be open from 1 February until 1 April.
Yeah. And we kind of covered that in our video before this. Well, Sandy, we wish you the best. And hopefully as the things progress, maybe we can get you on another video and kind of get an update once this thing's going. That'd be great.
This time we won't make you get up at 6 a.m.
Well, thanks for being with us. And again, we wish you the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. It was very good meeting you. And it was our honor to talk to you.
Nah, the honor is mine.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
And Rod?
Yes, sir.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless you.
Thank you.